fight like a roaring fight, crypto and dreams under stadium lights, sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch we play.
Happy post-Christmas
Scores collide as the ride
special edition here of Early Evening Sports Buffet with Ginch. Did you get everything you wanted for Christmas? Trying to bring you cold.
on the chalkboard slate, rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pound, I can't wait.
The last couple of weeks, I am now fat as fuck. But I hope everyone had a great holiday. Spent with family, with friends, and whatnot. Thanks to the Ginch Quartet. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There was football on yesterday, which was dumb. Football on Christmas is stupid. It doesn't make sense. One game didn't matter. One game mattered, and then another game didn't matter for said team, but it mattered for another team. So, but again, thanks for joining. If you're going to be tuning in live and joining me, fresh from the barber, that would be Mike Fuji Fior Dimando. You know him as Mr. Fuji, not Mr. Saito. Fuji, thanks for joining. How was your Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas was nice. Spent time with some family, some friends. How about yourself?
Just spent it with family and friends. I'm waiting, for the supposed storm, not a storm. First it was 4 to 6 inches, then it was 3 to 5 inches. Now it's 1 to 3 inches. Now they've got no fucking clue. So you get a dusting up to 8 inches.
I was out shopping, earlier and got a haircut, but you could definitely feel it in the air that it's you could feel, just that presence of something brewing. Whatnot,
oh, yeah, it's coming.
I mean, it's just like that coldness. And I'm hearing freezing rain, sleet, then the change over to snow later, probably within a couple hours from now. So we'll see if we'll see if the meteorologist, the only profession where you can be wrong and not get fired, outside of John Belaris with the storm of the century back in, I think, 2000 or sometime then. But since then, I know he's been working in New York.
Or somewhere.
Yeah.
So I know we've had a couple of NFL games already, but let's go back to last week. If anybody watched last Thursday's game, I could not stay up for it because 5 o'clock in the morning comes early. The Seahawks came back and beat the Rams 38-37. It was final in overtime. I heard about it. I only saw some of it. I know the Rams built a cushy lead. Seahawks came back. Rams blew it. Matthew Stafford was 29 of 49, 457 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Kyren Williams, 23 carries, 70 yards. Puka Nacua, have yourself a day. 12 catches, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. Omar Spates, 7 total tackles. For the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, he was sacked 4 times, by the way. Stafford was sacked. I don't know how the fuck the Rams lost this game. He was 22 of 34, 272 touchdowns, 2 picks. Kenneth Walker III, 11 carries, 100 yards, a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 carries, 96 yards, or 8 catches, 96 yards, a touch. Drake Thomas, 13 total tackles. And then when we go to the team stats, Seahawks turned it over 3 times, Fuji. I get it. Seattle won the rushing game. I don't know how the fuck the Seahawks won this game. I don't know how the Rams lost it.
Well, I mean, are the Seahawks for real? As I know we've had that conversation a couple days ago. I mean, is Seattle for real? Is Sam Darnold just, with Minnesota last year, what they have 13, 14 wins and choking in the playoffs? I mean, what out of that NFC West? I mean, is it the Rams? Is it the 49ers? Or is it the Seahawks?
The Seahawks, they had no business winning this game. Rams didn't turn it over any. Seattle turned it over 3. Look, the Rams did this against the Eagles. They were kicking the Eagles' ass, got complacent. Second half, Philadelphia came back, won that game. That was on the road too. If the Rams are going to expect to go far in the playoffs, they can't continue this shit because they had a comfortable lead over the Seahawks. Every statistical category other than the rushing category favored the Rams, but somehow the Seahawks found a way to win. And again, with the way NFL has been this year, I have no idea. One minute you have a safe lead, Foods, and then you take your foot off the gas, and then you're looking up at the scoreboard and you're losing.
Well, it's just, I know Denver pulled that game out last night in overtime. Which these division games, it's. I know for when you first jumped on, you were saying like football and Christmas. I love it because. It's like Christmas it's like Christmas. It's like football and Thanksgiving, but that Detroit game, that was flat out Detroit just sucks. Too many turnovers. Goff being the turnover machine he was, and Minnesota was just beating up that offensive line with Detroit. So, I guess Ragnow, not being the center there, and Goff just, like I said, turning that ball over. It's just, how good was, you look how great Detroit was last year compared to this year. Just, and
they weren't great in the playoffs.
Yeah, they were good. The Washington went out there and smacked them in the jaw. They were putting themselves in the NFC Championship before, Washington even, went out there and lit them up last year. And, it's just, right now you got Seattle in the driver's seat, being the number one seed, but how real are they, or how fraudulent can? It's just, or the Bears even for real. I know we had this conversation. Young teams might have, Ben Johnson doing a hell of a job for the Bears. But, the Eagles are the team with the experience in the playoffs, along with the Rams being, Stafford, he's been there. He won a Super Bowl, Sean McVay. But Green Bay, I don't know. I'm not sold on Love. The Bears, who the hell knows? Young team. Who else are we looking in at that NFC seeding right now?
Depending on what the Carolina Panthers do, if they win the division, which they have the inside track right now,
I think they're going to win that division. They've been playing solid. Tampa Bay, I don't know what the hell between injuries and that's just a shitstorm with Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And where's San Fran coming in at all this? Talk about injuries, Bosa out for the year. McCaffrey's been playing lights out this year. What's his name? It was the one that stepped in for Purdy. He's had a pretty good year, but Purdy's
Mac Jones
hasn't played bad. Purdy's playing pretty good. So, it's remain to be seen, how these next 2 weeks of the NFL really play out.
Brian Garrity chimes in. He says the Niners. I'm still not sold on the Niners defense. Again, there is no favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. People are going to point to Denver, but look, Kansas City is just bad this year. They have home field advantage as it stands right now. Don't know what's going to happen with the Patriots, X, Y, and Z. But there is no favorite as far as I'm concerned. And of course, we got the dingy cat here trying to take up my time.
Maybe they want to chime in.
Last Saturday, Fuji's Eagles beat the Commanders 29-18. Get back on track, obviously. Jalen Hurts was 22 of 30, 185, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Saquon Barkley finally, as I've been saying all along, 21 carries, 132 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Brown happy. He had his 9 catches, 95 yards. Zach Bond, 9 total tackles. For the Commanders, Marcus Mariota, Josh Johnson. Washington rushing. Washington receiving, Terry McLaurin, 3 catches, 53 yards. Bobby Wagner, 10 total tackles. And I'm just going to point this out now. Philadelphia ran the ball 34 times for 207 yards. Washington, 26 for 90. There's your ball game. I say this before. I've said it all the time, Fuji. You can run the ball in December and January, and you can stop the run. You're going to go far. Philadelphia got back to their bread and butter, running the damn football. They ran it 34 times. Jalen put it up 30 times. That's balance.
All right, no doubt. And I don't know, it was a little. I mean, it was a shaky game up until Mariota got knocked out, but it's as you said, and now's the time to be pounding the ball in December and January, especially now as it gets colder. And the Eagles, between Barkley, getting over 1,000 yards finally, and that offensive line. I know Lane Johnson. I believe he ain't playing this week, but I think Jalen Carter's back in the line. No need to rush Lane Johnson now. I mean, let him get healthy. I mean, hopefully it'll pull out a win this week. I mean, Buffalo's run defense isn't that good from what you were telling me the other day. So
they're terrible.
I mean, hopefully, mix and match with Barkley and get this running game going and just pound the damn ball against Buffalo. I mean, get these guys, get this line right, the cohesion right, and more than likely, I know the Eagles are probably still playing for that second seed, which they should be, but more than likely in another week against Washington, a lot of these guys are going to be benched anyway, depending on the seeding. But you're sitting right now at the 3 seed. You're definitely going to get a wild card game at home, but let's see how this shakes out with the Bears. The Bears got what? They got San Fran left, and they got who else? Is it Green Bay one more time?
No, because they played Green Bay last week. Who does they have? They play the Lions. Play the Lions.
No. Oh, hopefully they can play spoiler and help the Eagles out. So, a lot of teams, a lot of jockeying for position for the playoff scene coming up, and it's just going to be interesting these 2 final weeks to close out the NFL regular season.
Then last Saturday, the other game, the Bears beat the Packers in the second matchup, 22-16. That was an overtime. Look, Malik Willis came in and played well for Green Bay, but Jordan Love got hurt, sort of took the sails out of him. Now, Green Bay ran the ball 44 times for 192 yards. Romeo Doubs, 5 catches, 84 yards. Leading tackler was Quay Walker with 14. For the Bears, Caleb Williams, 19 of 34, 252 touchdowns. More importantly, no picks. DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai had 50 yards rushing apiece. DJ Moore, 5 for 97 and a touchdown receiving. TJ Edwards, 10 total tackles. Look, this game could have gone either way, even when Love got hurt. I thought the one fumble that Green Bay lost I think it was an overtime, but they actually lost it, the fumble. That was sort of the dagger, and then the Bears went down and scored. The Bears are 11-4. Packers still right now, with the last and final seed, the 7th seed. Right now, there's really nobody close. Depending on what the Packers are going to have to lose their last 2, and then you got to sort of but they're not going to lose their last 2. I think they're actually firmly in the 7 seed right now. But again, Bears, Fuji, I still don't know what we're getting with the Bears, because sometimes Caleb Williams plays backyard football. And the Packers, if Love's not there, even though Malik Willis played well, the Packers need to rely on their defense more and more. And the Packers are Josh Jacobs is banged up. They're sort of banged up. They're sort of limping toward the finish here.
All right. No, I mean,
Well,
as far as the AFC, I mean, it's all right. Now you got a young Patriots team, but you got Vrabel, you know, controlling that ship there with his experience, player wise and coaching wise. I mean, is Jacksonville for real? Or is Denver just not that good? I mean, Lisa, they pulled that game out last night against a bad Chiefs team that's just, beating down the shit, if you will. Just, I mean, I mean, to me, really, who's coming out as Houston for real? I mean, the Steelers, I mean, I don't know. None of these teams in the AFC really stand out.
And then we got to the Sunday games last week. The Bills they fucked around with the Browns. They wound up winning 23-20. Look, Josh Allen was 12 and 19, 130, no touchdowns, no picks. James Cook, 16 carries, 117, two touchdowns. Buffalo's receiving game was non-existent. Jordan Pryor, 11 total tackles. For the Browns, Shedeur Sanders had a rough outing, 20 of 29, 157, a touchdown, two picks. Cleveland rushing, Shedeur was the leading rusher. That's never good. Travion Williams, 4 catches, 38 yards. Cleveland defensively. Carson Schwezinger is having a real good year. He led the team with 14 total tackles. You look at the team stats, really the stat that stood out to me, Cleveland turned it over twice, Buffalo, none. Look, Buffalo, they were horrible on third down. Cleveland was excellent on third down, but the 2 turnovers killed Cleveland. Fuji. Buffalo sitting at 11-4, and they've got 2 important games coming up, as well as New England. Anything could happen. Let's see. Oh, there's the Shermanator, the Juru. He chimes in. Nice pick, by the way, Napoleon. Broncos consistently win these one-score games. That magic will eventually run out in the playoffs. Look, championship teams find ways to win. They can beat you, however. Now, I was a little alarmed at what Jacksonville did to Denver. I'm not so sure that happens if it's 10 degrees in Denver. Jacksonville kind of lucked out that game last week with the weather. But the Bills get the victory 23-20. I worry about the Bills, Fuji. I know they're 11-4, but their run defense is kind of they're horrible.
I don't know. It just seems like they always find a way to choke. I mean, to me, if you look at this playoff picture now, I mean, they're really the team with the most experience under their belt.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't seem to get past Kansas City every year.
Don't have to worry about that.
Oh, no, but to me, all the damn experience, like I said, you would think they would, with all these young teams and every team being, I don't want to say suspect, but I mean, with Peyton, you got the coaching experience. All right, McDermott's been there, but Vrabel, like I said, not just being a player, but being a head coach. I mean, Jim Harbaugh the same, but I mean, the Chargers find a way to shit the bed every year too. So I'm not sold on that team. Like Liam Cohn. I mean, Jacksonville is playing solid this year, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, and just in your opinion, who right now, if you were to pick the team coming out of the AFC, who would you favor?
I mean, the team that's playing the hottest right now is the Jags. So, I mean, depending on what happens with the Broncos, they only have 1 game left. Depending on what happens with the Patriots, I mean, if the Broncos get home field advantage, and let's say Jacksonville has to play Denver again, and Denver it ain't going to be 60 degrees in January.
No, of course not.
In Denver.
I mean, I think a team that's really flying under the radar right now is Houston. I know they struggled last week with the Raiders after the Eagles blew them out the week before, but I mean, you think they're a team that's really not under the microscope that's could come out of the AFC.
I mean, defensively, yeah, but offensively, they're sort of skittish, and it's hit or miss offensive wise. They've got a defense. They got a championship caliber defense.
Oh yeah, Stingley and company.
But you putz around with who did they play last week? The Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you screw around with the Raiders, just like the Bills putzed around with the Browns. And they almost lost. So
yeah, but the Browns defense has just been kind of lights out. I mean, it's just a shame they don't have the offense. What's his name? Garrett's looking for that all-time sack record. So
there'll be an asterisk next to that. Excuse me.
I'll get Strahan when Favre took a dive almost 20 years ago with that.
Chargers beat the Cowboys 34-17, thus effectively ending the Cowboys' playoff push. Justin Herbert was 23 of 29, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Marion Hampton, now healthy, 16 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown rushing. Quentin Johnston, welcome back to the Chargers offense, 4 for 104 and a touchdown. Tony Jefferson, 8 total tackles for the Cowboys. Dak played well yesterday, too. He was 21 of 30, 244, 2 touchdowns, no picks against the Chargers. Dallas rushing, they couldn't run the ball against the Chargers. 23 times, 91 yards. George Pickens, again, he's happy. He was happy last week anyway. 7 for 130 and a touchdown. Siobhan Revel Jr., 9 total tackles. Looking at the Chargers and the Cowboys team stats last week, Cowboys were bad on third down. They were 4-9. Chargers were 7 of 11. But look, you're moving the ball. You're better on third downs. You outrushed the Cowboys 152-91, and it's with the Cowboys. If they can't run the football, try to put too much onus on Dak. That defense showed up again. They came back to reality. They lose 34-17. And look, sorry, we just talked about the Chargers, Fuji. Again, having a Marion Hampton back running the football and he's healthy helps. So I think their defense is solid. Their offense seems to disappear at times, but having Hampton back really, really helps them.
Oh, yeah, especially with the two-headed monster that they have.
So we'll follow the bouncing ball here. What's that?
I don't see it. I don't see the bouncing.
Not only did my Chiefs lose yesterday, but they lost to a lowly fucking Titans team.
Oh, let me ask you this: now that your Chiefs are out of it, you still going to ride that wave of that bandwagon?
Yeah.
Until who else comes along and is a dynasty?
I'm not gonna look. I said it in the preseason.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I said it in the off season. They tried to run it back with the same players. They didn't upgrade anywhere. Brett Veach shit the bed on this one. He's the GM. Oh, and by the way, Arrowhead Stadium will be no more after the 2031 season. As Kansas City is going to move into a new, I guess, state-of-the-art dome stadium. I don't know if the roof's going to be retractable or not. I think it's a shame. It's like Green Bay moving to Milwaukee or something.
Is it a done deal?
Basically it's done. I won't go over the stats from last week on the Chiefs Titans game because it was fugly on both sides actually, but the Chiefs are in the world of hurt right now. They're going to have to figure something out. So we'll blow through this here. I won't go over any more stats. But look, last week the Bengals beat the Dolphins 45-21. Fuge. I don't know how Mike McDaniel still has a job. He made the quarterback switch. Quinn Ewers struggled. I don't know if he's forcing the Dolphins to fire him.
Right.
But I have no idea. And look, with the Bengals, they're sitting at 5-10, and what could have been this year if Joe Burrow wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Well, true, but it's just the Bengals team. That defense.
Terrible.
Well, let me ask you this. Actually, see, the hell's his name?
Tua?
Opposite. No, opposite on the. Damn, wow. Opposite of Jamar Chase, the other receiver. Is T. Higgins under long term contract, or they tagged him?
I think he is, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but the Bengals are going to have to make decisions. Food. I think I've got a friend that lives in Florida. When I lived down there, he grew up in Cincinnati. He's an avid Bengals fan. He and I always go back and forth. I think Burrow wants out. I don't think he wants to be there. I don't think they're going to be able to keep everybody. What are they going to do with? Are they going to bring Chase back? Are they going to bring Hayes? Are they this? Are they that? The focus in the offseason needs to be on the defense. But look, even T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and some of the other guys, they're going to have to try and figure something out what they're going to do, because the Bengals go if Joe Burrow is healthy. And when he is not healthy, and he's been hurt the last 2-3 years, you see what happens. He can't stay healthy for whatever reason, whether it's a freak injury or just something happens. But look, Burrow's going to have to make a decision. What does he want to do? I don't think he's happy with that situation as it's currently constructed. We'll just have to wait to see in the offseason. And with the Dolphins, Tua's gone. He's not going to be there. I don't know who'd be able to pick him up, what they're going to get for him in a trade. And I don't even know if Mike McDaniel is going to be there.
No, he shouldn't. He should be. Excuse me. He should be gone. That team's been a whole disaster. It's kind of a shame. You got, a nice offense on paper, but Tyreek Hill. Can't think of what's his name that plays opposite. Played with Devontae Smith at Alabama. It's nice running game with Devon A-Chain and
Jalen Waddle, the receiver.
Yeah, but it's just a dumpster fire down there. It's been a shit show of a franchise since. Really, all right, different spats with different quarterbacks, different years, but seems like ever since Marino retired, that franchise just used to be like one of the best franchises in the NFL, but just hasn't done stuff and hasn't done anything since Marino left. And they couldn't even win under Marino because the guy never had a running game.
Yep. Saints beat the Jets 29-6. We'll leave that one alone.
The Aints.
Vikings beat the Giants 16-13, and the Vikings won yesterday. So the Vikings right now are at 8-8. What could have been there? We'll leave that one alone. Panthers beat the Buccaneers. Fuge. Look, they've taken control now. They're a game up on the Bucs in the NFC South. I said before the year started, I thought the Panthers would be much, much improved, that they would possibly make a playoff run. Look, they've got the doublehead. They got Hubbard. They got Dowdle. They got Teteroa McMillan as a receiver. Their defense is playing better. If they win this division and they get into the playoffs, NFC teams better not sleep on them.
No. I think they're, Kyle, like I said, they're a team that's under the radar right now. Figure a year or two ago, they wanted to run Bryce Young out of town. He was, teams were calling him, but luckily, I forgot the coach's name, but they weathered the storm. They kept the ship afloat in the right direction. So, you got a lot of young pieces on that team. The defense has been playing lights out all year. They got some good receivers. Rico Dowdle's been lights out down there with the running game, and that could be a sleeper team that come out. I guess they won the division or a 4 seed. I guess they're the 4th division. Yeah, 4th right now to host Well, no, they would go on the road, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are they, fourth right now?
They would be the 4th seed. They would host a wild card game.
So they would
Right
host
now
the 5th seed, which would be
uh,
what? The 49ers? Let me
I
look.
think so. Yeah. I
Yeah,
believe
I
so.
got. Yeah, right now 49ers are the 5th seed. So,
Yeah.
I mean, 49ers would go to Carolina if
Yep.
the season were to end today. But, that's, I'm sure it's all subject to change these last 2 weeks and could definitely come down to next Sunday.
The Jags beat the Broncos in a kind of a surprise 34-20. They didn't just win, they manhandled them in the trenches. Look, Jags right now playing tough Fuge. Look, the Broncos, I know they won yesterday. They've got the number 1 seed right now. But look, if it came down to it, the Jags have proven they can go on the road and beat anybody when they're playing well. And again, they've got ETN in the backfield. They haven't used Tootin as much. But right now, look, I don't know if Broncos are doing it with smoke and mirrors. The Broncos can beat you defensively. They can beat you running the football. They can dink and doink you. But look, Broncos are winning in different ways. The Jaguars are they're just beating people into submission.
Ryan, you think Tampa Bay's the Eagles of 2 years ago?
I think the Colts are the Eagles of 2 years ago.
Great analogy.
I mean, the Colts started off 7-1, Fuji, and they're
8-6.
They're what, 1-6?
And yeah, in the last 7 games.
So they're sitting at 8-7. So yeah, I mean, look, Daniel Jones got hurt. I know Taylor was banged up there for a bit, and they just fell off a cliff. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, how Fuji always brings it back to the Eagles.
Not always.
He and I could be talking about ice cream, and he'll always bring it. I remember when I stood out in front of Veterans Stadium and had an ice cream cone when the Eagles played the Cowboys in the 1981 NFC Championship game.
Yeah, but if you really look at it, Tampa's imploded with injuries, as you said.
Yeah, I mean they were 5-1, I think, and they're 2-7 their last 9 or something like that, somewhere in there. The Steelers beat the Lions last week, 29-24. We all know what happened to the Lions. Steelers, I still don't trust them, even though they're probably going to win the division. Even the guys over at Steel City Renegades, really, they're Texans beat the Raiders 23-21. Texans putzed around, almost lost. And then the Ravens seems to be the story of their season. Had a nice little cushy lead, and then the Patriots came back and won that one in the fourth quarter, 28-24. Ravens. And then on Monday night, the 49ers beat the Colts 48-27. Fuge. We all know what's happened to the Colts. Again, 49ers, they're sitting at 11-4. Again, they're kind of a streaky team. 1 week they struggle with, almost seems like they play down to their competition. So let's fast forward to this week. We already had a couple of games. Yesterday, the Cowboys beat the Commanders in a who gave a fuck kind of bowl. Who cared? Lions shit the bed. Lions turned the ball over 6 times yesterday. Fuge. Vikings, what could have been. And then, of course, yesterday, Broncos beat the Chiefs 20-13. I know the Chiefs' defense played tough, but their offense is just abysmal. So let's look ahead to the rest of the weekend, Fuge. There are important games starting tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. on NFL Net, whatever that is, the NFL Network. The Texans are at the Chargers, a crucial game.
Should be an interesting battle with jockey.
Chargers are favored by 1.5. The over/under is 39.5, which is so Vegas obviously thinks it's going to be a defensive battle. Look, the Texans defense travels. The Chargers are at home. I've gone back and forth on this all week, Fuji. I just think the Chargers at home with O'Marion Hampton, I think they find a way. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Chargers will win this game probably with like a 23-20 score.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting. You know, Texans 10-5, Chargers at home 11-4, and you know they're both sitting where they are in the seeding, so should definitely.
And if the Texans win this game, Fuji, then they hold the tiebreaker over the Chargers.
Right.
They'd have the same record at 11-5.
Exactly.
Who's your pick? Who you picking there? Third base.
Call me MC Search.
MC Search. You got the haircut for it. That's MC Search.
Good. I'll give the Chargers the gas face.
You going with the Texans?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuji's going with the Texans. 8:00 tomorrow night on Peacock, Lambeau Field.
On the cock, huh?
Yeah. Temperature 34 degrees. Again, Vegas is expecting this to be a low-scoring affair. Over under 39.5. Green Bay's favored by 4.5. Look, I just don't like what I see out of the Ravens. But the Packers are at home, little home cooking. I don't see the Packers losing. It'll be close, but the Packers will probably win this game like 27-23, somewhere in there.
In Lambeau Field. If I could do that John Facenda voice, I might make it in this business. But I don't know. The Packers, Green Bay, the Ravens, to me, they're done. Just they may only get in because that division's such trash. But definitely going to go with the Packers being at home, but not by much. Is Love out? Is he playing or is he?
Don't know yet. You probably won't know until like Sunday morning.
Yeah, definitely going to go with the Packers at home.
Then we get to the Sunday games. At 1 p.m. on Fox, this really has no meaning. The 3-12 Cardinals at the 5-10 Bengals. Cincy favored by 7.5. Over under is 53.5. So Vegas expecting a lot of points. It's gonna be 62 degrees in Cincinnati. Not 62 below. 62 degrees in Cincinnati. Look, the Cardinals.
Why can't we get 62 degrees here? Even though it'll be 55 on Monday.
Oh, and it is snowing here. I can see it. It's starting to snow.
Keep it up there in Bucks County. We don't want it here in Philly.
The Bengals will probably win the game. I'm going to go like Bengals. It's going to be like a 30-20 score with both defenses the way they are. I'm taking the Bengals.
It's a game you go to sleep on.
Any predictions?
I'm go the Bengals. It's what's the point? It's a game they're just jockeying for possession for a draft pick.
1 p.m. on CBS, the Steelers at the Browns. Pittsburgh's only favored by 3. Probably because Cleveland's defense. And it's in Cleveland. Over under is 32.5. So first one of 17 will probably win. Look, I know the guys over at Steel City Renegades, they're like nervous about this game. Even though they had a dominant performance against the Lions. Like 200 some yards rushing. The Steelers will win this game. It might be closer than what you think, but Steelers will probably win this game like 21-14, 21-17, somewhere in there.
Divisional game, throw the records out the window. This has always been the big rivalry in the AFC North. So, going to go with the Steelers. Metcalf is playing, right? I don't think he got suspended.
Yeah, he got suspended for 2 games.
He did or he didn't?
No, he did. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He's done. But even without Metcalf, I still think they win. It's going to be probably close.
Oh, Jalen Warren, Kenny G, came over from the Eagles. As I bring up the Eagles again, they're ran the ball pretty well last week, so they're getting their running game going into the playoffs. Probably as of right now, they look like they're going to pull out and win that AFC North.
1 p.m. on CBS. The Saints are playing the Titans. Nobody cares. New Orleans favorite. New Orleans favorite by 2.5. I'm going to go 24-24.
Tie.
It's going to end in a tie.
Wake me up.
Before you go.
Yeah, it's got wham on the brain, don't you?
Yep. 1 p.m. on Fox. Important game, especially for the Colts. But the Jags are at the Colts. Jacksonville's favored by 5.5. I don't care if it's Phillip Rivers, Joan Rivers, Bet Rivers. I don't think it's going to matter for the Colts.
Johnny Unitas. Should they dig him up?
Jags should win this comfortably. I'm going Jags.
Burt Jones. There you go.
Burt Jones.
Hey, they can call Peyton Manning out of retirement.
Jeff George. You got the Colt? You got the Jags, I mean?
Of course.
1 p.m.
Call that one.
1 p.m. on Fox. Buccaneers are at the Dolphins. I mean, if the Buccaneers lose this one, I mean, technically they're not out of it yet, but Tampa Bay's favorite by 5.5. Miami, look, Quinn Ewers going to start again, obviously. I don't know. I really don't know. I think the Bucs will probably pull it out, Fuji, just because they've got Baker Mayfield. Dolphins are going with Quinn Ewers. It's just tough.
It's a toilet bowl of Florida this week. Wow.
Yep.
Pick your poison.
I'm going with the Buccaneers. 1 p.m. on Fox. Patriots at the hapless Jets. New England's favored by 13.5.
God.
I'd like to say that the Jets are going to put up a fight, but Patriots will win this game, obviously.
Just why? Why even bother? Please, the Jets. Feel bad for the fans, but that organization's I'll just say the initials DS. Just dog shit. I'm sorry.
Shit, yeah.
It is. It sucks. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
No, go ahead.
Nah, it's just.
I generally feel bad for Jets fans. I really do.
I mean, it's why be a Jets fan? I mean, I'll take my hat off to you, but I think not that the Giants are much better up there, but hey, being a football fan in North Jersey, New York, I mean, you might as well just keep paying attention to either the Knicks or the Rangers or, see what the Yankees and the Mets are doing at the hot stove.
Intriguing game at 1 p.m. on CBS. You got the Seahawks at the Panthers. The Seahawks are favored by 7.
Where's this game?
It's in Carolina.
Not nice.
Temperature, not an issue. It's going to be 53 degrees at kickoff. You know what? For some odd reason, I'm going to lean the Panthers.
So am I.
I think they probably get it done. Much to the chagrin of Seahawks fans. Right now, Panthers at home, knowing what they have to do, I think they win. 4:05 p.m. on CBS. The game that no one will watch. The Giants and the Raiders, both 2-13. Giants favored by 1.5. I'll go Giants 3, Raiders 3.
Why would you even schedule this game at 4:05? Only because it's on the West Coast, obviously.
4:25 p.m. on Fox Foods. Your Eagles at the Bills. Bills favored by 1.5. It's going to be a balmy 36 degrees in Buffalo.
Last I heard, rain and snow and sleet.
Look,
I know where
Bills
you're
can't.
going.
Bills. They can't stop the run, dude. They can't stop the run. You get in jail.
Yeah.
You get in jail. You get in jail and Carter back. The Bills. And look, the Eagles ran the ball effectively last week. What do you think they're going to do this week? Buffalo can't stop the run. I'm taking the Eagles.
Well, one would think they would continue to run the ball. I mean, that would be the logical thing to do. But let's see what what he calls.
I don't like the Bills' run defense. Period. They've been horrible all year. They've been horrible all year.
It's her Achilles heel, obviously.
It's just Eagles. Now, do I think they're going to blow them out? No. But I think the Eagles will run the ball a hell of a lot better. And I get it. The Bills have James Cook. They can run Josh Allen. But the Bills, their defense, they can't stop anybody running the ball. They can't do it. And I just think the Eagles will win a close one. And I know where you're headed. I mean, I know where you're going with it. So, because he picks the Eagles every week.
No.
Eagles could be playing somebody. Eagles could be 0-16, and they could be playing someone 16-0, and the Fuji would still take the Eagles. So,
depends on what kind of read I get on the game.
Tomorrow night, Bears at the 49ers. Fuji. San Francisco's only favored by 3. I don't care. I just think San Francisco at home will win the game. I don't know what you think.
Not sold on Caleb Williams. I mean, team's playing lights out. Got a nice running game, nice two-headed monster. Probably got one of the better defenses in the league. And I don't know, 49ers just, I don't know how they're doing it. Injuries, no Bosa. And they lose Fred Warner for the year as well. Hey, but you got to, McCaffrey's healthy. Purdy's playing solid. You got to give it to him. It's kind of a team flying under the radar. I think it's an underrated team right now in the playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
And
Monday night, Rams at the Falcons. Rams favored by 7.5.
Yeah.
The Rams better just beware. I'm just going to say that now. They can't let if they build up a lead and they blow it. Look, they're never going to hear the end of it. I don't think they'll blow the Falcons out, but I think they should beat the Falcons.
No, back to the 49ers, too. I just think their defense is just see how they lit up the Colts Monday night. Definitely with the Rams. Definitely going to go with the Rams.
I'll jump to college football here a little bit because the last time I did a show was last week. I am going to go. Give me just a second here. If anybody's watching the game, I don't know why. In the fourth right now, down there in the game above Sports Bowl, Northwestern all over Central Michigan, 34-0. And again, a lot of these bowl games, it's really predicated on who is. I'm sure there's a bunch of players from Central Michigan that have entered a transfer portal. I'm sure Northwestern, but it's not competitive at all. Going back to last week, Alabama beat Oklahoma 34-24. That was in the first round of the college football playoff. Oklahoma had that nice 17-0 lead. They blew it. Alabama came back. Oklahoma's offense really struggled. So Alabama wins that one. I called Alabama to win that one anyway. Myrtle Beach Bowl. Yes, the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Western Michigan beat Kennesaw State 41-6. This was last Friday. And in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, NC State beat Memphis 31-7. Then, of course, last Saturday, first round of the college football playoff, Oregon beat James Madison 51-34. Yes, James Madison scored 34 points. Ole Miss handled Tulane 41-10, and Miami beat Texas A&M 10-3. The FCS championship last Saturday. I'm sorry, it was a semifinal. Montana State just seems to have Montana's number. They beat them 48-23. Also in the semifinal, Illinois State beat Villanova 30-14. There have been bowl games this week, Fuji, in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Washington State beat Utah State 34-21. Yes, where they come up with these names, I have no idea. Then on Tuesday, Louisville beat Toledo 27-22. Western Kentucky beat Southern Miss 27-16. And UNLV lost to Ohio 17-10. That was in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. And yes, they played a bowl game on Wednesday. Cal had a nice lead. Hawaii came back. This was in the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Hawaii won 35-31. Saturday, Fuji, there's a shitload of bowl games. I know you don't follow it as much as I do. 11 o'clock on ESPN. Yes, 11 o'clock. The Go Bowling Military Bowl. I believe I picked Pitt to win this particular game. 12 p.m. on ABC in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. I picked Clemson over Penn State. 2:15 p.m. in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Army and UConn. I believe I picked UConn in this game. Yeah, Fuji, you can laugh all you want, because first of all, there are way too many fucking bowl games, and secondly,
I know that.
Where they come up with these goddamn names, I have no idea.
I'm just laughing at Wasabi. It's like,
3:30 p.m. on Saturday on ABC, Georgia Tech and BYU in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. What's your favorite Pop-Tart, Fuji? I'm particular. I love blueberry Pop-Tarts. What about you?
probably
You like the strawberry? Strawberry. Okay.
Know what? They got a whole bunch out now. They got like cookies and cream and, way more wide variety than we were coming up.
Yeah. It was blueberry and strawberry, and that was it. Way back in the day, blueberry, strawberry, that was it.
Yeah, but now you got now you got like a wide variety of flavors.
Like when we were growing up, there was like maybe 10 cereals.
Yeah, now you got
now there's 500 of them.
Yeah, right.
4:30 p.m. on the CW network, Miami of Ohio plays Fresno State in the Snoop Dogg. Yes, Fuji, the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Not only was it Snoop's halftime Christmas show yesterday.
Serious?
He has this.
They named the bowl game after Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
What's the world coming to?
Maybe we can have the Fuji Bowl, sponsored by whatever your favorite hair product is, because I know you put a lot into the.
I don't have anything in it now. Change oil every 3,000 miles.
It can be played at the link. The food we've got to get a good sponsor for it though. The Fuji something bowl.
I'll talk to TK about that. Maybe they could put. Where do they live?
Fuji,
up in
Fuji Cole County Entertainment Network Bowl.
Up in Pottsville. Is that where they live?
Yeah.
The gentlemen that own this network.
Yeah. Here on Cole County Entertainment. Yeah. 5:45 p.m. on Saturday, North Texas takes on San Diego State in the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. I think I have North Texas.
Where the hell do they come? Where do they come up with these names?
I have no idea.
Sarsaparilla Bowl.
7:30 p.m. on ABC, Virginia, Missouri, Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. And then at 9:15, the Kinder's Texas Bowl, LSU in Houston. Whatever.
Just keep it simple. Like, why? Just asinine. But whatever. It's all about sponsorship. And
yeah. I'm not going to get in depth into some of the other sports. I will go to the NBA standings. I'm not going to go over scores and stuff like that. The NBA Eastern Conference, the Pistons are on top. They're in first. Knicks are second. Yeah. Celtics are third. The Raptors are fourth, as I can hear sleet outside as we speak. Fuji's Philadelphia 76ers are fifth, along with the Magic at sixth. Cavaliers seventh. The Heat are eighth. The Hawks are ninth. The Bulls are 10th. Bucks, Hornets, Nets, Pacers, Wizards. They're all on the outside looking in. My Celtics are back up to third. Fuji Sixers are sitting there. and
Seventh.
at fifth. No, they're fifth.
Or I thought they were seventh.
Yeah, they're fifth. Again, it's a long season. All this is going to change. XYZ. Out there in the Western Conference, the Thunder sit on top and first. The Spurs are second. Although the Spurs have beaten the Thunder 3 times already this year, the Thunder are 0-3 against the Spurs. Nuggets are third, Lakers fourth, Timberwolves fifth, Rockets sixth, Suns seventh, Warriors eighth, Grizzlies ninth, Trailblazers 10th, Mavericks, Jazz, Clippers, Pelicans, Kings. They're all on the outside looking in. I really can't. As much as I want to try and get into basketball again daily, watching games, there's got to be a game that catches my eye. Pooch, when it comes to the NBA, it's all show. There's no defense anymore. Guys take they dribble, take 4 steps, put up a layup, and traveling's not called. Palm in the it's. I mean, I'll follow it. I'll throw out scores. I'll throw out stats. But it's a game that just it's not a game that I played when I was playing basketball way back in the day. It's a different game.
Not at all. There's no fundamentals anymore.
There's no fun in fundamentals anymore.
Well, there's no physical. Everybody's hugging each other after the game. There's no rivalries. There's no dislike.
Trade jerseys.
Yeah.
You fart next to somebody, there's a foul. You can't hand check anymore. There's the fucking NBA Cup, the in-season tournament. That's the NBA or president or whatever. Stupid.
Ain't no part. It's just a stupid participation trophy. That's all it is.
NHL standings, Eastern Conference, the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, where'd they come from out of nowhere?
Yeah. They're on top of the Atlantic. Canadians are second in the Atlantic. The Lightning are third. The Panthers are fourth. The Senators are fifth. Bruins sixth. Sabres seventh. And the Toronto Maple Leafs really struggling. I feel for their fans too. Haven't been to a cup or won a cup since 1967. They are really, really struggling, Fuge. In the Metropolitan, the Hurricanes up on top. The Flyers. Fuji, the Flyers are second in the Metropolitan. They're sitting second. Islanders third, Capitals fourth, Rangers fifth, Devils sixth, Penguins seventh, and the Blue Jackets are eighth. Yeah, man, the Flyers are playing well.
2-game winning streak, but I think they're going to need a goalie. If they really want to make a run.
Yeah, they're playing well though. Which is a pleasant sight for this city.
Well,
go ahead.
It's been a
long time.
Well, hey, I'll give it to my favorite Flyer. Flyers head coach Rick Tocchet for leading the way right now, but
50 years.
Unfortunately, but hey, let's see where this team goes, and hopefully he'll turn this franchise around along with Danny Briere and Keith Jones.
Out there in the Western Conference, in the Central, Avalanche on top. Stars are second. Minnesota Wild are third. The Mammoth are fourth. Preds fifth. Blues sixth. Jets seventh. And, of course, my lowly Blackhawks. They started off well. Now they've got the worst record in the league. Whatever. Out there in the Pacific, Golden Knights are on top. Well, there's three teams tied for first. The Knights, the Ducks, the Oilers. Fourth are the Kings. Sharks are fifth. The Kraken released the Kraken. They're sixth. The Flames are seventh. The Vancouver Canucks are in last. See what else. Christmas weekend, so I don't know what the NCAA men's basketball and NCAA women's basketball. They go over the standings or not, or the rankings.
Yeah, why not?
Still
got a couple minutes.
NCAA men's basketball. Let's go to the rankings. Last week I did the AP poll. This week I'll do the coaches poll. None of this means anything. USC is 25th. Georgia's 24th. Iowa's 23rd. Florida's 22nd. Virginia's 21st. Tennessee's 20th. Illinois is 19th. Arkansas 18th. Kansas is 17th. Texas Tech 16th. Alabama is 15th. Louisville's 14th. Nebraska's 13th. North Carolina 12th. Vanderbilt still undefeated, 12-0. They're 11th. BYU's 10th. Michigan 9th. Houston 8th. Gonzaga 7th. Duke 6th. Purdue 5th. UConn 4th. And then the top three teams, Iowa State, Arizona, and Michigan, they are still all defeated. 3-2-1. We go to the women. Give the women some love. Go to their rankings, Fuge.
Let's hear it.
Coaches poll, Alabama's 25th, Nebraska's 24th, Texas Tech's 23rd, Michigan State is 21st, Tennessee is Texas Tech is 23rd, Michigan State's 21st, along with Tennessee. Baylor's 20th, Ohio State's 19th, Notre Dame is 18th, Ole Miss is 17th, excuse me, USC 16th, North Carolina 15th, Iowa 14th, Louisville 13th, Kentucky 12th, Vanderbilt's 11th, Iowa State 10th, Michigan 8th, Oklahoma, along with Oklahoma, TCU is 7th, Maryland 6th, LSU still undefeated. They're 5th. UCLA's 4th, South Carolina 3rd, Texas 2nd, and of course, UConn, fighting Gino Ariema's. They are atop your women's poll. I will go over the Premier League soccer, which is the most popular league. There's a game today, by the way. Right now, Man United's up on top of Newcastle, 1-0. I will make my picks this weekend now, as soon as they come up here. Again, thanks for Fuji hopping on here with me. His busy schedule here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. Tomorrow, an abundance of games. Nottingham Forest plays Man City. They're hosting Man City. I got Man City winning this 2-1. That's at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you want to get up and watch it on USA Network. 10 a.m. Arsenal hosting Brighton. I got Arsenal winning 3-1. 10 a.m. Brentford hosts Bournemouth. I've got this game finishing 2-2 draw. 10 a.m. on the Peacock Network. You got the Burnleys and the Evertons. I've got this game Everton 2, Burnley 0. 10 a.m. Liverpool hosting Wolverhampton. Liverpool 3-0. I have 10 a.m. West Ham hosting Fulham. I've got this 2-2. 12:30 p.m. Chelsea hosting Villa. I've got this 1-1. Then on Sunday, as soon as it comes up here, Sunderland hosts Leeds. I've got this finishing 2-2. And then 11:30 a.m. Crystal and Tottenham. I've got this finishing 1-1. Fuji, when you're looking at the weekend in the NFL, what are you looking for? I mean, obviously, the Eagles have a big game against the Bills. Again, they'll pull up this weekend's action again. Texans Chargers is going to be big. That's the game tomorrow. There's still some seeding to be decided. Obviously, the Texans Chargers game is a big one. Can the Packers pull it off against the Ravens to bolster their 7th seed? Steelers can't mess around with the Browns. Jags Colts. Colts would love nothing more than to beat the Jags, keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Or I don't even think they're in it anymore. Seahawks Panthers is an interesting game. Bears 49ers, an interesting game. What are you looking for this weekend, other than the fact that you'll be glued to your TV set watching the Bills Eagles game?
Well, like you said, I mean, Bears Niners Monday night, Sunday night rather. The 4:30 game tomorrow with Chargers and Houston. Also, I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, Ravens, I don't know I mean, I thought they would have been better than what. I mean, they were my Super Bowl prediction coming out of the AFC, but little interest in that game tomorrow. Ravens, Packers, definitely Seattle. Seattle and Carolina on Sunday. Eagles, Bills at 4:30, like getting back to Bears, Niners. So, what's just going to go down with the seedings? It's kind of like the carousel. Like, what's going to change? Like, just to see what by the end of like Monday night where the seedings are going to be. Is there going to be a new number one seed?
Yeah,
for like the last couple weeks, and was the Rams, now it's Seattle, but who the hell knows? Everything could change. I think Carolina's just going to win that NFC South outright, which isn't there a chance that they could clinch this weekend if they beat Seattle and Tampa loses? Or you think it's going to come down to the wire next week?
having Carolina.
Yeah.
I think it'll come down to the last week. I think Tampa Bay wins tomorrow. If Tampa Bay wins tomorrow and the Panthers lose, then they're locked
back
at 8-8 apiece.
Right.
So, and then let's see who. Let me pull up the schedule for next week. If they're both 8-8 heading into next week,
but Carolina.
They
played. Have the tiebreaker.
Think so. If they both wind up 8-8 tomorrow,
right.
Panthers at the Buccaneers next week.
Oh, so it's going to come down to the wire there.
Well, for all the marbles.
Yep.
And it's a flex game. Well, all of them are flex games next week, depending on what happens this week, obviously. Before we get out of here, I got to get your thoughts on the whole John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson drama.
To be honest with you, I don't really know too much about it, but if you can enlighten me, I kind of.
Yeah, I mean, let me just pull up. Give me just a second here. So, word has it that basically it's not just Harbaugh, but I mean, I guess it's the organization. Basically questioning Lamar Jackson's work ethic. It's come out that supposedly Lamar stays up late every night gaming. That's why they don't practice in the morning. I'm trying to read over some of the other stuff. Give me just a second here.
1 second.
That he doesn't really study film as much as he should. I've heard rumblings about this last year.
Yeah.
Let's face it, he's been injured a lot over the last couple of years.
Right.
But we'll see what happens in the offseason. Whether Harbaugh wants to move on, they're going to bring him back. Or if the Ravens say, we might have to, what could we get for him in a trade somewhere? I'm looking at this situation as, maybe not as bad as the Tua McDaniel situation, but yeah. I think it's getting to that point. And look,
could be a lot of
Fuji. Athletes always went out in today's day and age. I mean, if my quarterback was gaming every night and he wasn't taking care of himself in X, Y, and Z, I don't care how much money you're making. You're sitting on the fucking bench.
Oh,
but that's just us. We came from a different era.
Oh, big time. Well, maybe you talk about Barrow, you talk about Lamar Jackson. I mean, how do you know? Could be a quarterback carousel. Change a lot of teams over this new going into the off season.
That'll do it for today. As I say at the end of every show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them, because you may not get a second opportunity, especially in today's crazy ass world. And if you see somebody struggling, for whatever reason they might be struggling, inquire, ask questions. You might not just be saving a life, you might be saving a multitude of lives. Fuji, anything that you want to get out there in the open before? I know you don't have any shows next week, but any final thoughts before we sign off?
No, just I wanted to hope wish everybody belated Merry Christmas. Hopefully everybody had a great day, got what they wanted, spent time with family above all else, made memories. It's closing out 2025, and this time next week we'll be in the 2026. So I wish everybody a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Make memories New Year's Eve, because you don't know where you're going to be from holiday to holiday. I mean, you think back, where you were, the previous Christmas or previous holiday from year to
year. Again, thanks for tuning in. Early evening sports buffet with the Ginch on here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. I will be back on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, not Monday and Tuesday next week, possibly Friday. Wednesday, Thursday is out the window. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. Check on your pets. Check on your elderly. It's only one thing left for me to do, and that's for Dandy Don to take me out. Oh, that's the wrong one.
You're fired.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.